A report launched by the Institute for Public Policy Research IPPR indicates that Namibia maintains a culture where secrecy dominates access to information. Access to information is described as a key instrument in the drive for transparency and accountability. The study that started in May this year, led by IPPR Associate Frederico Links, selected 105 private and public organizations, as well as civil society institutions, to determine their response to specific questions. The results highlighted that 80% of institutions did not respond or provide information requested. Links further wants more consultations on the Access to Information Bill proposed by the Ministry of Information, Communication and Technology to allow for more input before it is tabled in Parliament next year. Links also happens to be the chairperson of the action group that has been advocating for an information framework. The director of IPPR, Graham Hopwood, also touched on the important role played by access to information in tackling corruption.
There's still a very strong culture of secrecy in Namibia, and we know that corruption thrives in an environment of secrecy. So if we can start to create accountable and transparent codes of governance, entities will lose that capacity to obscure corrupt acts. And the prevalence of corruption is not only detrimental in terms of cost, but also in terms of ensuring administration in citizens' best interests. And in general, around the world, the places to hide are becoming fewer. It's a constant battle, but things like the release of the Panama Papers and more recently the Paradise Papers are helping to bring forward the whole issue of beneficial ownership. That's not just the owner of a company on the first record, but actually looking deeper to find out who really is behind various companies, who is the owner.
The former Chief Executive Officer of the Namibia Chamber of Commerce and Industry, Taro Shanika, shares the same sentiments as that of Graham Hopwood.
We are doing better than other countries as far as corruption is concerned, but that is not reason to say we shouldn't deal with corruption, because, as I said, if we had no corruption in Namibia, we will be very far. In fact, government was not going to be in financial problems today. It's basically because of corruption. People who make decisions looking at their personal interests rather than that of the nation, the economy. And we have a lot of such cases. And I think we have now made some progress. I think the more people talk about it, the better. The exposure of cases obviously will keep down corruption. I think we have done that over the past number of years with exposing corrupt activities.
According to the report, access to information is still regarded by the public as a media issue and not a human right. South Africa fares better compared to other SADC countries when it comes to access to information because of legislation that it has put in place. For Good Day on One, I'm Joseph Sheefeni.